Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Dr. Marko Sjoblom, who's Fiinu's CEO. How are you today, Marko?
Very good, Zach. Good morning.
Lots of news, well, very decent news actually, just because I interviewed Manx Financial just a few weeks ago. Obviously, I've been covering Fiinu for the last, I think it feels like 2 or 3 years with the plug-in overdraft, which I thought was quite exciting, but I think you're probably the best person to describe where Fiinu is now, if you can.
Yeah, thank you for that. We're in a very good place overall. I mean, we obviously have had a very tough year since we had to surrender our license back in 2023, and 24 was sort of, gathering our thoughts and setting up a new strategy, etc. 25 has been an incredible year for us. Really depends on how you look at it. I think the share price has been up for in the year to date, something like 3,200%. And we're just about to start our journey, the way I put it. My share price target in 3 years per my personal target, a bonus plan is 110. And if we're hovering around 15 right now, there's a long way to go.
Right, and so I suppose part of the reason the share price has gone up so much recently is because people had effectively written the company off, which the London market's very good at doing that and likes to overdo it on the downside. So you've actually had the benefit of being written off by the market, which normally doesn't know what it's talking about, especially in financial matters. The current situation looks as though you like the phoenix from the ashes. The plug-in overdraft, that was always supposed to be a revolutionary thing to do. You're taking over from the high street banks who got out of that area. Is it still revolutionary? Is it still going to make you decent money?
It is very revolutionary. It's something that nobody has seen in the world. I've been on this one particular product for the last 15 years, so I know this market better than anybody. Very bold statement, but that is correct. My previous business was operating in an overdraft style products in the UK. And this particular product, once people understand what it does, it's phenomenal. It will, I believe it will, yeah, break a lot of barriers once we get it out there through Conister and Manx. And we'll see what happens. But it is the first time in the world when anybody has unbundled a credit product from a banking as such, and especially for an overdraft product that has been around for 300 years. When somebody unbundles that, it's a quite a tall order. It's a very, very unique thing to come out to the market.
Right, and we can expect you now. Obviously, we've had your announcement today, and people tend to be rather impatient. That's one of the other, apart from getting companies wrong, they tend to be also quite impatient as well. The deal, the partnership with Conister, presumably that will be, there'll be plenty of news flow and regular news flow over coming weeks and months.
Exactly. As we've said already in January, the plan was to launch the product in quarter four. We are still on track for that. We're finalizing things, for a better word. But Conister is an ideal partner for us because they are small and nimble. They have a 90-year history. They're clearly moving towards using advanced technology for their UK. They have a branch from the Isle of Man. So it's a UK bank that we're largely going to launch this with or through. And of course, they have within the group other products like Payment Assist with more than 1 million retail customers. We're going to offer it to those first to begin with, but that's not to say that we're not going to be able to offer it to other retail customers who want to open up a bank account with Conister Bank, because it allows anybody to have an overdraft in the country. And we have a technical access to 100 million bank accounts already in the UK. Plus, of course, there's a European opportunity, not necessarily through Conister Bank, but through other potential partner banks, as we can access 95% of all of the Eurozone bank accounts already.
Right, just finally, because obviously that, it sounds as though you're over the line and you've done all the dirty work, etc., and now you will reap the rewards. But We hear about banks like, Revolut and other people who've had struggles with the regulators and the authorities. Do you think that kind of all those struggles are actually necessary? Do you think the current environment is too conservative in terms of challenges to the space, ease of getting into the space, etc., or is it still a bit of a closed shop?
It is difficult, first of all, and for a reason. I have nothing but good things to say about our regulators, the PRA and the FCA. We had to go through a 5.5 year process with them in order for us to get the restricted license in 2022. And then, as most of the new entrants, Revolut included, you then enter this 12-month mobilization program. And in our case, they gave us 19 conditions that we have to meet in order for us to exit that mobilization. Usually it's a very hard, a 12-month window where you have to meet those. In our case, we were able to meet 18 out of 19 conditions, and the one that was outstanding was the capital, and we failed on that. Um, on the other hand, we then audited independently our technology platform and tested. We were absolutely ready to go. And that's the kind of the backbone to this particular deal, which is obviously, hopefully, first of many. So we developed a platform. We were ready to go, but now we've of course Conisterized it, for a better word. So the look and feel is of course no longer Fiinu. It's a Conister Bank plug-in overdraft powered by Fiinu. So to answer your question about the regulators, it is tough. It's very tough. The barrier of entry is very high in the banking perimeter, but it's for a reason, because ultimately they give you a license to take deposits, um, and lend that money out. And if something goes wrong, it's the taxpayers who basically have to pay the money back through the compensation scheme. So I'm all supportive of banking and banking regulation, although at times, of course, it's tough. In our case, the filing for the bank license was about 4,000 pages of documentation, and the mobilization created another 2,500 pages. So it's a hard work, but it's worth it.
We'll see how you do there. But
Exactly.
in the meantime, Marco, thank you very much indeed.
Brilliant. Thank you, Zach. We'll speak later.